Hi, I'm Jordan Long, and today I'm going to talk about one thing on the interweb that probably that makes me afraid more than anything else these days. Oh, not hacking, even though even though that is a big one. Well, the thing called copyright or ownership. Now, on YouTube, that is a big hang up and a downside. Well, for those who actually do something that it is for someone who actually does, unlook or not follow copyright, yeah, it can be a hang up and a downside. But for those who do a thing called fair use or all right to use or it's good to use, this is a hang up and a downside every day. Now, many folks are going to say, why is that? I don't know. There are maybe some businesses out there that don't think that you should have the right to talk about it, or some businesses out there who don't believe, I guess some film and farcier show businesses out there who don't believe in that law, so they choose not to follow it, even though it is a law. Now, even if you don't believe or if you don't think it's right, it's still a law and you still have to follow it. So fair use or whatever you want to call it is still a law. It is a whiff of the ownership law that under the belief that if somebody takes something, talks over it, seeks wrong with it, makes fun of it, or does anything that shifts the meaning of it, then it is no longer that kind of what film, farcier show, farcier game, or song show. It is then not like it anymore since there have been many shifts in it. But some businesses go like this. Hey, that's ours. But I'm doing fair use. No, you're not. That's still ours. And you can't do that. We don't believe in that law. We don't follow it. So no, you can't do that. And then you end up getting yourself in a bind. You lose your good standing. If you're already mated, then you lose the gift of wear guild or gald on that film or films. You already, and if you're not mated, then you still lose your good standing and whatever gifts they give you. Since ownership is even harder. And then it's not like anyone knows how to counter any of this stuff. It's not like someone knows what to write down, when you're going to do a dispute. I don't know. If someone came along and said that my shit was their shit, how would I even go by doing it? First off, I don't think anyone could come on here and say that my shit was their shit, given to how shitty my shit is. So anyway, I don't know. And I'm happy to say that I was never in that bind, even though many others are out there. That's why I don't do anything with anything in it. Well, you really can't say that, Gizmo, since I don't have no songs in it. I'm not showing anything from a film or a farcier show or a film game or a song or any song show. So you can't say that it was owned by you. And I don't do any of that stuff. I do this stuff the way I want to do it. I shield myself from having that happen. But sadly, if one does get themselves in the bind, then they are fucked. Since there really isn't much one can do. Someone might say, "Oh, you can you can fight it." Yeah, sure, I could fight it. But what if it shifts out? I didn't put the right stuff in. I didn't say the right words. You know, Gizmo could always come along and dispute. Could always come along and say, "No, that's my work, and you're not. I'm not, and you're not let to use it. It is what it is." You know. So it is what it is at that point. And that's why I don't do it. I'm afraid of copyright, and I don't do anything on my channel, or I don't do anything in my films that would put me in that. Go back to all the films I made, and yeah, and maybe in the apartment in McKeesport, you might have heard some Farseer running with some thing on it, but most likely that's if you're really hopeless and you want to see if you can get something. But almost all the films, there is nothing in it that someone else could actually say, "Oh, that's my work. Oh, that's my stuff." You know? And I know there's going to be someone out there saying, you know, is there any shielding for this sort of thing? No, there really isn't. Anyone can put a true one in as well, putting a fake one in, and there really isn't anything to shift it up. So, you ain't going to do anything with fair use? No, I'm not going to do anything with fair use. Well, that's good, Gizmo says, because I don't want. That's good, because don't make me have to come at you and take away your good standing, because fair use does not work. Yes, I understand that. That's why I don't do anything with fair use, because I don't want to get in a hang up or a bind with anyone over their ownership. And before I end this film, some businesses do it as a bullying thing, that they will bully some folks since they know that some folks don't have lawyers, or some folks don't have the lawful means to fight back. So some of them do it to try to seek the bully. Yeah, Jordan, you don't got any lawyer. You don't got any means of fighting back. You're right, I don't. I won't talk about your films anymore, or your songs, or your sagas and tales anymore. I won't do that. You're right. It is what it is. And that's why I don't do anything. First, I don't got any tools that lets me do anything. And track 2, I don't do that because it's easy. It's hands-on to get yourself in a bind with ownership. I'm Jordan Long, and I'll see you later.